And we're going to keep the show moving with your next comment. Please welcome the very funny Stephen Farmer.
Woo! Doing all right? Yeah. So, I'm a personal trainer, like most comedians, and, dude, it's like summer's coming up, so everybody's trying to get like a beach body and stuff, you know, everybody's coming in like, I need to lose 40 pounds in a week, can we do it? I'm like, yeah, whatever, give me your credit card. Let's get this done. So like, you gotta do like the measurement assessment stuff, that's all weird, like you gotta like measure like their waist and like their hips and their neck. You know, that's weird, like neck fat and stuff, nobody wants that, so. I try to make things like a little bit less awkward, so I'm just like making like a joke, like, oh, I'm just measuring you for a noose. Yeah, it's not funny. It's like, what do we say? We laugh, like, oh, noose, oh, you know, all this stuff. So I'm like doing it. I'm like, oh, I'm just measuring you for a noose, and like halfway through, I realize my client's black. I'm like, oh god. As I like think of my feet, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm just measuring you for a new sweater. You know, it gets cold sometimes. Austin, who knew? Yeah, it didn't work. I don't know, I mean, like, nobody respects that job, not even the clients. Just like, so what do you do for a living? Like, what are you talking about? This is the living, this is what I'm doing. Like, no, what do you do for income? What do you do for money? Like, they treat me like I'm running an Etsy store or something. You know, is it ever too late to go back to college? Oh, thanks, you been talking to my parents? Stuff like they try to tell me like jobs I should try out. It's like, you ever thought about stripping? Yeah, it's like, first of all, you're saying I have like no skills to offer the workforce, and second of all, my dad was a male stripper. The last thing I want to be is a second generation male stripper. Like most strippers, they go into it because of like daddy issues. You don't go into stripping because to fulfill your father's legacy. Man, I got this friend who's always complaining about like movies and stuff. It's like, oh, worst acting ever. Worst acting I've ever seen. Oh, worst acting I've ever seen? I studied theater in a college in Arkansas surrounded by cow pastures. You don't know bad acting. I got a full paid scholarship because I was the only guy who could do Shakespeare without a southern accent. Hark, what light beyond yonder window breaks, y'all? Thou dost protest too much, little bitch. Everybody from Arkansas, they hear about it. Oh, you always make fun of Arkansas all the time, huh? Well, you always make fun of Arkansas. Did you ever get homesick? I'm like, yeah, I get homesick for Arkansas every now and then. I can just go to a Walmart, you know? Dude, as soon as I walk in, you got a woman yelling at her husband on a cricket phone. She's yelling really fast because she's run out of minutes. Some guy taking up the dressing room, make sure his John Cena shirt fits on correctly. All that shit. Dude, I got some culture recently. I went to Europe for the first time. Yeah, man, that was fun. That was fun. It wasn't $4,000 fun, but it was fun. Dude, isn't it overrated? Like, you're looking at a bunch of old broken down buildings while people speak in a language you don't understand. I can do that in San Antonio any day of the week. What is this, the Alamo? Oh, it's the mall. Okay, sorry, I'm new here. So I hung out with these Austrians. Man, they love the English language, man. They'll be like, Steven, I love the English language. It is so great. You have words we don't have in German. Like butterface. Butterface. When everything looks good on a girl, butterface. That's hilarious. Oh, you got like a sausage party. When you go to a party and there's no girls, it's just a lot of, sausage party. In German, it's Wienerwurst, not just funny. Dude, they love like the worst phrases. They come up to me every day with like some new thing they learn off the internet. Steven, 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink. In German, it's 2 rosa Farben und einziger Stanken. I'm like, yeah, I guess that doesn't just roll off the tongue, you know. I started getting on my nerves, kept talking about their stupid culture and stuff, you know. Like, Germans, they are like this, but Austrians, we are like that. And Germans, they say this, but Austrians, we say that. So I was like, all right, look, You guys are basically the Canada of Germany, all right? Very beautiful, but not important, okay? So, man, I should have listened to them, though. I ran into some Germans, and, man, they were nice, but there was definitely like a chip on their shoulder or something. Always like comparing themselves to America. If you're like, in Germany, we get the free healthcare and the free education. I was like, oh, man, free healthcare, free education, man. That's nice. Free healthcare, free education. In America, we get free refills, so... in Germany, we've actually won the World Cup. We've actually won it many times. Dude, World Cup. World Cup. That's pretty nice, man. World Cup. Not too good with that World War thing, but, man. Hey, third time's the charm. How's that World Cup thing? You can drink out of it? What do you do with that? All right, man. Thanks. Have a good night.